So I came across this new website that seems like it's gaining a little more popularity in the world. It's called Reddit. I think it's fairly new. Like, it was founded not that long ago, right? When was Reddit founded? Oh, okay. So yeah, it's definitely taking its first steps as a website. And the cool thing about this new website, read it or Reddit or however you pronounce it. The website's still pretty new, so I think it's like GIF or GIF, it's still up for debate how you pronounce it. But the cool thing about Reddit is it has these things called subreddits. It's like a page that's just about one specific topic. Because I'm a student at UC Davis, I figured it'd be a good idea to, get a finger on the pulse, see what's happening. And so today we're going to look at the UC Davis subreddit and finger that pulse. Also, last time I mentioned subscribing, a bunch of you subscribed, so I'd be shooting myself in the foot if I didn't mention it again in this video. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. It doesn't really help you, but it helps me out a lot. So thanks if you subscribe. And now to get deep, then finger that pulse. Okay, I've said it. I've said it 3 times, and that's 4 times too many. Okay, let's look at this post. It says, for people that got an F for a class or anything below a C-. I'm not, I don't fall into this category, but if you do, that'd be helpful for you. Once again, I didn't because I'm incredibly intelligent and I don't think I've met an intellectual mind that even scratches at the pedestal that I am on, but for the viewers, we'll look at this post. So, one of my friends got an F for OChem when he was at UC Davis. He then retook it and got an A. Now he's at pharmacy school and will be graduating soon and about to make bank. That F did not affect him since he retook it and aced it the second time. If you are feeling stressed about not doing good your first quarter, and this caused you to either go on probation or subject to dismissal, don't stress about it too much. Appeal if you are subject to dismissal. Give your entire focus on your new schedule for winter quarter and make sure you study your ass off. Study hard the few years you have left at Davis and it will pay off once you graduate. That's right, if you guys hit a bump in the academic road you're going down, don't stress about it. If you're stuck in a desert and you're dying of thirst, just drink something, okay, you silly Billy? If you're depressed, maybe be happy, okay? Awesome for your friend. That is so cool. They got an F and then they got an A. That's great. But I'm just personally, I see a post like this and I just want to say, shut up, I might be alone here. Okay, I get that. But to me, this sounds obvious. So when you don't pass a class, there's 2 different routes you can go down. You can take the class again and then, try to do better, or you can give up. And I think most students know this. And what this post is basically doing is saying, don't give up, just keep going and work hard. And I don't know, but to me, when I read a post like that, I'm like, yeah, duh. I think it's this line that's kind of weirding me out. If you are feeling stressed about not doing good your first quarter, and this caused you to either go on probation or subject to dismissal, don't stress about it too much. You would hope no one stresses about anything too much. Give your entire focus on your new schedule for winter quarter and make sure you study your ass off. It's like, yeah, I'm already telling myself that. I don't need you, person on the internet, to tell me that too. What, you think I'm going to retake it not knowing that I need to study my ass off? Do you think I'm going to take it and be like, you know what, I'm going to do exactly what I did the first time. And then, let's see if this time I pass. No, okay? We know this. And this might be one of those many times that my cynical, self jumps out. But it just seems like they're saying, hey, you had a bad situation. I know this other person that had a bad situation. But his bad situation actually, turned out perfectly. And the thing about bad situations turn perfect is that, sometimes they don't turn perfect. And a post like this almost makes it seem like, hey, with, hard work and no stress, you too can go from a bad situation to perfect. Anyone can do it because my friend did it. I don't know how to articulate my point here, but it's the same thing I joked about before. It's like telling a depressed person to just be happy. It's like, you don't think that depressed person knows that that's what they're trying to get to? I would want some resources, to help that person. It's like, go to therapy. These are some things you can do to, feel better mentally. And so in this case, I think it would be more helpful to, get some resources. Like, these are some study halls you can go to. These are some people you can contact, some tutors, rather than just placing this stupid band-aid of don't stress and, work hard. I just think that's bullshit, I'm sorry. Once again, this is the cynical part of me jumping out, but we should read some comments and see what people think. Because maybe, once again, I'm alone thinking this. Okay, so the top comment. That's great for your friend, but a lot of people who retake a course thinking they'll ace it the second time around actually don't. Students typically won't make adjustments and think that the second time will be way easier since they've seen all the material before and the first time was a fluke, but you still need to put an effort to understand the material. And if you don't, you need to make changes to your habits or studying if you want to go from an F to an A. And there's more to the comment, but I appreciate how they acknowledge the nuance of students, just retaking a course and then not change anything because they think, oh, the thing that's changed is I've seen this material before. So going in a second time will be piece of cake, easy, but you do have to put in that extra effort. And so I like that they acknowledge that. Thanks, bro. Thank you. I needed to hear this. Good post, yo. Thank you. Thank you for this. Okay, so damn it. Okay, so so apparently posts like this do help people. They just don't help me, But that's the thing. A solution for one isn't a solution for all. So I'm glad that some people found this post saying, don't stress, work hard. I'm glad some people found that to be helpful. I don't find it to be helpful. And maybe I'm an asshole for that, but I think I'm an asshole for many other reasons, not for my opinion about this post. Okay, this started off really bad. And the only thing I can, say is I hope it gets better. So let's take a look at some more posts and see if we can have some fun. Okay, this should be good. About half my class got a D or less, and most of us have to take the next course with the same professor. Oof. The professor's gonna talk about that class for just years on end. They're gonna be like, yeah, I had this class. They sucked. I don't know what was wrong with them. Obviously, they weren't very smart because they did terrible. It is wild to me. A real anomaly, that class. It doesn't say anything about my teaching that, half my class failed. It's just wild. I could have seen a unicorn last week and it would have been less surprising than this, half class failing. Because once again, I've done everything perfectly. The students are just stupid. Ooh, and then in the comments, they name drop the professor. I'm not gonna, put him on blast in this video. You can find the post if you want. But this person said, I can only speak from a grad student perspective, but that guy is a total dick. And then the, original poster said, yeah, no doubt he's smart, but definitely not an educator. That is a very good one-sentence summary for a lot of professors. Yeah, no doubt they're smart, but definitely not an educator. I'll admit, most of these professors, super intelligent. Some of the smartest people probably the world has to offer. But in terms of being an educator and, being good with people, maybe not so much. It sucks, but if half a class fails, it doesn't really matter to the professor, I would say. A professor won't lose their job if a student fails. Even if half the class fails, the professor won't lose their job. And so there's no incentive for the professor to change the way they do things at all. That's just more work on their end. I'll admit myself, if I was a professor, I wouldn't change anything either. I'm gonna get paid the same, and I'm still gonna have students that need to take my class. If a student fails, they'll just keep retaking it until they eventually pass. And I can just keep doing the same thing I do every 10 weeks so that I can make a living. So this pattern of, halves of classes just failing won't go away because professors have job security. And job security is good. I think it's good that professors have job security. I'm definitely not saying we should put professors' jobs in jeopardy because some students are failing. Every single class, a student will fail. That responsibility falls on the student, and you should never get in between someone and their living. That's messed up. So don't crack down on professors for this. So then what am I saying? How do we reform this thing? I don't know. So what I'm saying is, yeah, there's a problem. How do we fix it? I have no idea. I think we would have fixed it by now if we had the solution. So yeah, half this class failed, and we know that's a problem, but I don't think we can do anything about it. Man, what a great video this is. This is really upbeat. I love this. Oh man. Ooh, this is a good one. How are 2 weeks of break enough by anyone's standards? Who thought this out? Last year it was 3 weeks, and the year before that it was 4 weeks. It's been 1 week since break started, and I'm just now finally being able to take a breath because I had to prepare so much stuff for Christmas and later New Year's. To be honest, I'm just as stressed out now as I was during finals, and the fact that I only have 1 more week to relax is terrifying and only making it worse. I'm sad. Yeah, it sucks. We only have 2 weeks of break. At the time I'm recording this video, I'm already, halfway through my second week of break, and it doesn't even feel like we've started break yet. Usually at UC Davis, we have 3 weeks of break, but for some reason, this year we have 2 weeks of break. I know we started fall quarter 1 week later, so maybe that, contributed to it. I'm not sure why we started a week later. I'm sure I could do some slight research and figure it out, but I'm not going to. But yeah, it sucks. It really does suck. Is there anything we can do about it? No. This is a depressing ass video because we're looking at all the problems with college and then realizing, oh, there's nothing we can do about it. But that's the relationship we have with college. We need something out of college. College doesn't need shit from us. Well, actually, it needs money, but there's enough demand that it can always be making that money. So colleges will always be fine as long as a college education is important to employers, which is why we're stuck going to college. And I hate saying stuck because that implies, college is a trap. It's something we're trying to escape from. I don't want to, put that connotation on it because college does provide a lot of cool things. Connections, relationships, education, the whole thing it's for. It, expands your mind. Or, I'm told it does. My head has gotten bigger. Yeah, not intellectually, but, physically and in terms of ego. And so, yeah, a little problem like there being 2 weeks of break sucks, but nothing's going to change because it doesn't matter how we feel. We still need to get that degree. And so we will do whatever the college tells us to do to get that degree. And in this case, it's, having 2 weeks of respite rather than 3 or 4 like we've had years before. That was kind of a bar, not gonna lie. Dave Chappelle is my favorite comedian, and he tells this story about a pimp. And I won't tell the story here because I don't want to steal his bit, and because it's kind of a jarring story, but I can tell you the point of it in the context of college. College can break you down and beat you up and leave you feeling very miserable. But in the end of the day, when you get that degree and you end up getting a job because of the degree, you forgive college for all the harm it's ever done to you because at the end, it nurtured you back to good health by giving you an opportunity in the real world. And so, in that way, college is kind of like a pimp. Because if you listen to Dave Chappelle's story, the pimp, or college in our case, will drag you through the mud, but then treat you just good enough to the point where you forget why you even hated them in the first place. So that years down the road, they can, send you an email and being like, hey, alumni, remember how good our relationship is? How about you send us some money, huh? I realize this has turned out to be a very, very cynical video, and I apologize, but I don't think I've said anything incorrect so far. I just think, some of these truths are kind of ugly. Okay, let's... Oh my god. Let's try to find a, happy post to go out on, okay? Ooh, there's no one in town. UC Davis music video. That's a good post. I wonder who posted that or made that. That looks really cool. I would definitely check that out. Okay, that doesn't count. We're gonna find an actual post. Implying that my post wasn't an actual post? Okay. Ooh. Oh, this is cool. Nightfall on campus. Look at those. Oh my god, those are cool pictures. Yo, shout out to, who made this? Shout out to Voyager and the Sea. These are super dope pictures. Are they creepy and kind of sad looking? Yeah, but this video was supposed to be fun and it turned out like this. So I guess, it fits the mood perfectly. No, but Voyager, these are dope. Keep taking photos. I really like this. Not that you just do things to, please me. I'm just saying I personally enjoyed it, so shout out to you. This is dope. And that's a perfect note to end on. Oh man, there was a lot in this video. I just want to say, one big encapsulating I'm sorry. But I hope this, I'm interested to see, what kind of discussion, conversation this fosters. I could have totally missed the mark on everything in this video. And this video was supposed to be a little more fun, but I did a lot of scrolling on Reddit and there's not much fun stuff. So I don't know how else this video really could have gone. And so the video went this way. And for that, I once again apologize. If somehow you enjoyed this video, Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And just remember, if you're stressed, maybe don't be. You big silly idiot.